I used to be drawn into TikTok videos where traders appeared as icons of ultimate success, driving supercars, staying at five-star hotels, dressed impeccably, making a few taps on their phones to earn thousands of dollars per trade. Everything looked so easy, quick, and enticing that I once thought, this is the path I will pursue. I wanted that life, quick money, freedom, and no more worrying about monthly paychecks. But when I truly stepped into the world of trading, everything shattered like morning mist under the sun. Those glamorous images were just a tiny part of the picture, the part people choose to show. Behind are sleepless nights, stressful days, moments of despair when a market turns against you, and those times when your account burns out so completely that your heart doesn't even have the strength to ache. I still remember the first time I made $100 from trade. For many, that's a small amount, but to me at that moment, it felt like winning the lottery. I was ecstatic, my heart racing all day long. That joy, pure and radiant. Then time passed. I won more. My account grew from hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands. But the feelings no longer bloomed like before. Win or lose, I stayed unmoved. Trading became a mechanical routine. Analyze, enter, take profit, repeat. I had developed discipline, but lost a part of my emotions. Sometimes I stared blankly at the screen and asked myself, am I making money to live or living just to make money? I realized that if I kept chasing numbers, my heart would gradually become an empty shell devoid of emotion. I once knew a famous trader on social media. Every clip he posted got millions of views. His image screamed financial freedom. But when I met him in real life, I was stunned. He lived alone in a small apartment, surviving on instant noodles, glued to his screen, without a single friend to talk to. He said that to maintain the image of success on social media, he had to pay with his health, time, and extreme loneliness. It was then that I truly understood. Behind the glitz that people see is a man struggling every day to maintain a facade for a dream that no longer brings him joy. Then I thought of another friend. He lives in the countryside, earning just around 5 million VND a month, never posts anything on social media. But he cooks dinner for his family every day, drinks tea at night, gazes at the moon. He doesn't have a supercar, no $1,000 account, but his eyes are always calm and joyful. And I suddenly realized happiness doesn't lie in your bank account. Social media is a stage, and everyone plays a role they want others to believe is real. But behind the curtain are dark corners only insiders understand. I used to be the kind of trader who always thought I was right. I analyzed thoroughly, entered trades confidently. But whenever the market turned, I got angry, disappointed, blamed others. I felt jealous of others' profits and looked down on those who lost, growing more and more stressed. Until one day, I realized the market doesn't care what I think. Trading isn't a place to prove your ego. It's a place to reflect on yourself. I began learning to accept being wrong. Every loss, instead of blaming, I asked, what lesson did I learn today? I practiced listening to both the market and those ahead of me. And bit by bit, I learned to slow down and open up. From then on, each stop loss wasn't a failure, but a reminder. I adjusted expectations, adjusted myself. Trading became a journey of self-discovery instead of a battle with charts. I used to envy people who started with big capital, had mentors, had access to early education. I started with a few $100s, self-taught through YouTube, and learned through every loss. But I came to understand, everyone has their own pain. I once joined an international class with traders from all over the world. One European said he had money but hadn't slept well in 3 years. A Japanese woman working at a big fund still worked weekends with her laptop, barely seeing her family. I realized the universe isn't fair because it gives equally. It's fair because it always gives you what you've paid for, whether others see it or not. I used to think trading was a fast track to wealth. Seeing others post profits daily made me impatient. But then I lost almost my entire account in the first year. Not because I was dumb, but because I had no plan. Trading is not a sprint, it's a marathon. After reading a line in a book, trading is a journey of mental and disciplinary development. I stopped to create a long-term plan. Year 1, learn the fundamentals. Year 2, hone my strategy. Year 3, focus on psychology. Year 4, master risk management. 5 years to improve. From that point, I no longer traded to win quickly, but to improve every day. Once, after a streak of wins, I planned to reward myself with an expensive item. But then I saw a frail boy selling lottery tickets, his eyes bright but sad. I took a small portion of my earnings to help his family. Since that day, my trading mindset changed completely. I felt lighter, no longer so attached to winning or losing. And strangely, my results improved. I realized trading isn't just about making money for yourself. It's part of life's flow. When we give, even just a little, the universe will find a way to return something. Not money, but peace. When I first started, I thought knowing candlestick patterns and memorizing a few indicators was enough to make money from the market. But after a few weeks, my account was nearly wiped out. That's when I understood trading is a skill. Like playing chess, you have to read your opponent, calculate, and react in every moment. Every trade is a match, and to become good takes thousands of hours of practice. No one sees you studying daily, analyzing each candle until you lose sleep. They only see the result, not the process. But it's the process that makes a true trader. I once splurged after big wins, buying luxury items, partying meaninglessly. But just a few months later, the market took it all back. I didn't lose because I traded badly, but because I lived poorly. Money misused will disappear. Some trades I did everything right, but the market still went against me. Not because I was wrong, but because the universe was teaching me a lesson. I learned to live with the flow, not force, not resist. To accept losses as a natural part of the game. And from there, trading became less of a money-making tool and more a lesson about life, about contentment, humility, and living by true values. Trading is not about charts or techniques, it's about emotions. Greed and fear are the greatest enemies. I used to enter trades out of impatience, then panic and cut losses when price reversed. I lost money simply because I couldn't control myself. But when I learned to wait, to be satisfied with small profits, I felt I had matured. Each small win was a brick in the foundation of emotional strength. And on this long journey, emotions are the real factor that decides who will stay until the end. In the end, I just want to say, life is too short to chase things that bring no meaning. Trading is like a mirror. It reflects who you truly are. Live honestly, live truthfully, and if you've chosen this path, be patient. Success doesn't come immediately, but it will come to those who don't give up. And if you keep your faith, keep your soul bright, then no matter how stormy the market gets, you will stand strong. Not just as a good trader, but as a complete human being.